risk. I bind you. Satan, I bind you. And Jesus is not in your heart. The devil is waiting for you outside the church.
Wow, that's great. These are people that we need to follow them. I mean, these are pastors that we need to follow them. We will continue, but I want to tell you something. That when you listen to this message, you are totally blessed. Keep on listening to this message, and your life will never be the same. Let's continue. God bless you.
Waiting for you. I told you the story of a drama group. I've told you the story that went to go and pray, went to go and act a drama. And as they went to act the drama, they wore their costumes from their location and decided to go and act a movie, a stage drama. Stage drama. So one dressed like Satan, put on costume, had horns. Others dressed like demon, they put on some things like horns on their head. And they all came down from the bus. And they were going on the particular street. The church they were to present the drama was at the end of the street. So they put on their costumes and it was raining. So when they came down from the bus and discovered it was raining, what do we do? They decided to run into the first church they saw. That was not the church they were to act. That was the only church place available for them to hide as a shade, to prevent the rain from messing up all the paint and all of that. As they entered the church to hide with their costumes, the pastor was on the altar and he saw them from the back. The one dressed like demon. They were hiding from the rain, so they would stay for a while, then go to the church to act. The pastor just saw the one with horns, one with tail. They just entered and they were looking around. Pastor said, brethren, Satan has entered the church. Begin to pray, begin to pray. Before they knew anything, pastor had taken off. Everybody from window, some from door. Everybody was jumping and falling everywhere. Church was empty for a fake devil. The only person that was left was one old woman. Not that she was bold, she was too old to run. So she was shaking where she was. And the young man who dressed like devil started walking to her. Mama. And the old woman pushed the chair back and knelt down. She said, devil, I know that you know everything. Just now when they were binding you, did you hear my voice? For a fake devil, church was empty. Why? Because Christ was not there. I was in church one day. My pastor, Papa Idahosa, did something that day. All of a sudden, the gunmen entered the church. They were shooting bazooka. Outside, go out. On the Sunday service, everybody, people, we are like 4 brothers who were upstairs. We discovered that some of the policemen they attached to Papa, they took off. People had jumped. So you know what we did? 4 of us, no, 3 of us. The other guy was taking the stairs. 3 of us jumped and we were running to the altar to stand by Papa. In the midst of the gun, we didn't know how that happened. We didn't plan. I'm not sure that was our normal high, because it was just a reflex. We said, Papa is on the altar. Papa is on the altar. We jumped, and you know most things you do out of that split second is later you feel the pain. Landed and we just went to the altar. We now look at our bishop's face. He was smiling, so we knew it was a plan. So our bishop now turned and was smiling. Now what shocked me was some elderly men on the altar in their 70s. We were the first to run. So me, our bishop now said, you are running. You that is close to grave, you are running. So the archbishop said he wanted to just see what will happen if there's a crisis. Later I said, all of you come back, and started laughing. And the men now left the church. Papa said, I know them. I just told them to shake the place and see what will happen. When it was time to pray, people couldn't pray again. Many were ashamed of themselves. They couldn't bind devil. They couldn't come and say, this after me. I'm not afraid. Who? How? Who can say that? And when I remember that day, and I'm like, oh my God. Can I say this to you? When it's in you, even in the midst of a surprise, you maintain your stand. You are not taken unawares because it's there.